Well, on the court tonight, Grant, a lot of talent, but also some inexperience.
Well, B.A., these teams are young. Yes, they are. But here's a chance for them both to get a little more seasoning and continue to develop their respective games.
So a look at our starters for Orlando. Suggs and Bane team up as the backcourt. Wagner and Banchero, the lethal front court pair. And it's Carter in at the 5. Now here's Bane. Really played well against Indiana in his last game. It's Banchero with the drive. Always a nice way to start. Makes his first one.
He will muscle his way down the lane. Watch out when Banchero comes tumbling by.
Middleton looking around. Releases. The rebound by Carter. Banchero against Middleton. Here's Bane. Rebound by the Wizards. They come into this one following the loss to Minnesota.
Yeah, the issue in that one was simple. They didn't hit the glass. They got bullied and outworked.
Yeah, you know, it simply comes down to effort. They were out-willed, and that just can't happen.
And the last few seasons, Legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
Now here's Banchero. He had a big outing in that Pacers game as well.
Well, that is the definition of an unforced error. Very unfortunate, and the coach is going to have something to say about that.
Washington has gone 1 for 3 from beyond the arc. A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Earlier, I spoke with Brian Keefe. Coach and I talked about the development of Franz Wagner since entering this league, and he said he was someone we watched early on. Even though he didn't end up on our team, the way he's added to his game is incredible. It says a lot about the kind of work ethic that he has. Guys?
Appreciate the report, Allie. Here's Wagner following the three-pointer by Washington. Bane, no good.
And I'm surprised that didn't go down. I mean, I'm sure he is too.
Pass to Middleton. Out of bounds, it'll be magic ball.
Orlando ball.
Now that we're into the new year, how about a check on the Eastern Conference standings? Taking a look at Orlando, they're in 5th place, right in the middle of the conference. Still time to improve that positioning. And of course, the Wizards, back 10 games.
And looking at Orlando, it really hasn't been the dominant season they were hoping for, but they're still in the hunt for a high postseason seed.
Well, this is kind of where we expected them to be. They're a very good team, maybe even great, but they are still one level below the very top.
And I like that there. I mean, get Bane something in rhythm.
Well, Grant, this is the 3rd season under this front office for the Wizards.
And bringing experience from years working for the Oklahoma City Thunder, their commitment level to building the right way is rock solid.
Now here's Sarr. Boy, he just disappeared against Minnesota. They needed him. And a deep 3 from McCollum. Tried to come right back with a 3 of his own, but it's no good. Pass to Black. Fires for 3. And another 3 for Orlando.
And keeping everyone involved early. Now, that typically pays dividends.
And it gives the defense a lot more to think about.
McCollum finds Middleton. 1:25 left now in the first quarter. Count it. Good. Middleton's got 5 points.
And 4 from just a jump shooter. Middleton stays active and is always ready to shoot.
Pass to Banchero. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Starting to find his rhythm. He's cooking, and he knows it.
And now they are just going to keep riding that momentum with the hot hand.
Now here's Coulibaly. Still without a bucket. And right here, an intimidating group. The leaders in blocked shots over the past month. Alex Sarr on top.
And during this last month, he made a statement on the defensive end, just swatting away shots left and right.
So for Washington, Bagley's checked in for Chris Middleton, and it's Carrington in for Coulibaly. De Silva's checked in for Orlando. Carter, a screen on McCollum. Outside Carter. Now here's Wagner, covered by Carrington. Here's Carter, cans it from short range.
Their ball movement on this run has been tremendous. It's led to a lot of good, clean, open looks.
Outside Bagley. Here's Carrington, counted from distance.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
Magic leading by 3. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Wagner finds Banchero. Wagner with a screen. There's the triple. Sarr pulls it in. Here's Carrington. McCollum on the wing. Nifty move. No good on the layup. Buried from outside. I don't know. I think we may get a review here. That was close.
The previous play is under review.
He beat the buzzer.
Yeah, they're going to review that shot to make sure he got it off in time, but I think it's going to count.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
So the replay was conclusive. Call overturned. Grant, that one's going to count.
And BA, you can argue against replay all you want, but at the end of the day, you want it to be a level playing field. You want the call to be correct.
And so it's the Orlando Magic leading by 6 as we wrap up the quarter. Looking to run whenever they can. That's part of why they lead. We'll be back in a moment. And for those of you just tuning in, second quarter action is where we are. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Magic.
You figured they might want to come out and run, and it's been the key for them early. They're just feasting on fast break chances.
And then there's the points off turnovers. They've really made the other team pay when they've lacked ball security.
All right, this is how the floor looks for the Magic starting the second. They've got Anthony Black. Goga Bitadze is out there with Jonathan Isaac. Then it's Desmond Bain, and it's De Silva in at the small forward position. Suggs is checked in for Isaac. Goes up off the inbound. The shot by Johnson, no good. Magic leading by 6. Here's Black, and the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
Did you see that? I mean, going right to the rim. That's how you finish in the open floor.
And give him a lot of credit for his effort right there running the floor.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. The Magic are building something. Paolo Banchero said, quote, "It's been a long time coming. The fans have been waiting for the Magic to be good and to be challengers, even contenders. There is a lot of excitement in the city right now. We're just building and feeding off of that. Guys, back to you."
They've got their fans fired up. All right, thank you, Allie. Now here's Johnson. Hasn't gotten one to fall yet. Got it.
They will take that shot every time down the floor if they could. It's just great execution.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, BA. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
Black, great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
Looks like we're starting to see a pattern here. Not afraid to get in the paint and get wet.
And so now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. A moment to rest and confer on the game plan. And when we talk about NBA wings, Legs, what are the most important skills in your mind?
Well, everybody's going to talk about scoring and also being able to defend your position. But for me, to become an elite wing, you also have to be able to create, add that escapability with your handle.
Washington will go for a different look here. Sar's checked in for Bagley. Middleton comes in for Kispert. Koulibaly, he's checked in for Champagny. And it's McCollum in for Johnson. And a change for the Magic. Wagner's checked in for Black. And here in the second, 2 minutes gone by. Outside Koulibaly. Washington again can't hit.
Nice rebound. Trying to match the other team's intensity right now.
Suggs, no good.
Those are the ones you definitely have to make. Sometimes there's just enough defense to make a miss.
Now here's Koulibaly. No made baskets yet. Pass to Middleton. Let's go with a three. Drops in the three.
And Middleton has so much confidence in his jump shot, especially from the three-point line.
Wagner outside. Here's De Silva. Suggs with a screen on Middleton. Now here's Batadze. Guarded by Sarr. 6 to shoot. Batadze. The pass to Wagner. No good on the three. The Wizards trail by 5. Kicks it out to Middleton. Lets the three fly. And the Wizards with another three.
Now, if you're the defense, you can't allow Middleton to heat up out there. I mean, he can be so efficient from long range.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. He's going to take a minute to regroup with his players.
Wizards Ice Squad.
Wizards making a change here. George is checked in. Banchero's checked in for Orlando. Black comes in for Desmond Bane. There's a minute 59 left in the second. Black outside. Here's De Silva. Last game for him, he picked up 10. Banchero the screen. Lets it go. And once again, off the mark by Orlando. Washington's gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter in the second so far. A tremendously mobile 7-footer. Great defensive upside, Tim, for Alex Sarr.
And he's still working on his offensive game, BA, but he has the potential to be a disruptive defensive force with his length and agility.
To the middle. And there's McCollum on the assist by Koulibaly. Koulibaly's got 3 assists now in this one. 1:03 left to play in the first half. And here's Suggs. Yet to see a basket. And Carroll with a screen on McCollum. And he's going for the oop here. Stolen by Sarr. Oh, what a performance offensively.
They're really rolling at that end. Excellent game plan.
Pass to Middleton. There's the 3. Orlando with a rebound. Fresh off a win against the Pacers.
They were lights out from beyond the arc, and they spaced the floor beautifully in that one.
Yeah, and that made it difficult to stay connected to their shooting.
Just 2 seconds between the shot clock and the game clock. Wagner, the pass to Banchero. Shot clock at 6. So it'll be 2 free throws. He was fouled in the act of shooting. That one on Sarr. Gets his first trip to the line.
At the line for the Magic, Paolo Banchero. 2 shots.
He misses the free throw. And he sinks the second. McCollum way outside. No good. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Wizards. They're up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit.
Hello and welcome. Before we take a look at the action from the first half, a brief overview of some upcoming games.
Not sure any run of games feel comfortable, but this might be as close as you can get. They're at home against teams that they can clearly beat. This is a great opportunity for them to stack up some W's.
And guys, let's take a look at the Wizards in that first half. Neither side able to build a significant lead through 2.
Even before the game started, you could feel the energy in this arena, man. They fed off that. Big-time home court advantage here.
Some of the loudest fans in this league. It's like having a 6th man on the floor. Glad you could join us. Brian Anderson and crew are ready to take it away for the start of the third quarter.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. One guy who's been getting it done is Chris Middleton.
Through the first 2 quarters and change, his perimeter shooting continues to be spot on.
And this offense continues to find him in his sweet spots from deep.
And Suggs has got the ball here for Orlando. Their next game is at Barclays Center in Brooklyn for a game of the Nets. That'll be the second of 2 games on the road. Chris Middleton is out there with Keyshawn George. Then it's Alexander Sarr. Then there's C.J. McCollum. And it's Coulibaly in at the 2. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, Brian. Well, Desmond Bane, a deadly floor spacer, but he said, I have to be respected in a lot of different ways. Don't pigeonhole me into just being a catch-and-shoot guy or a movement shooter. I can score the ball in a variety of ways and do multiple things on the court. Brian, back to you.
A lot in his bag. Allie, thanks very much for the report. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Desmond Bane. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Outside Coulibaly. Pass to Middleton. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And Sarr with the basket. On the assist by Middleton. Sarr's got his second basket of the game. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or 2.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks. And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Pass to McCollum. Washington moving the ball around. Now here's Sarr from behind the arc. The putback. It's good on the putback. And now a 3-point Washington lead.
Really nice job that time creating offense through sheer hustle. C.J. McCollum helping you out in another way.
Now here's Wagner. No points yet. Here's Banchero. Aggressive in the lane. Banchero.
He can play big and tough. I mean, Banchero bangs his way in.
And now a timeout called by Brian Keefe. I think right now he might be looking at some adjustments. always a plus to have forwards who can dish it. A look at the top assist numbers for small forwards. Sarr with it. His offense has been fantastic, averaging just over 17 a game. And that one's good. Middleton.
That brings them to 3 for 4, and the game plan seems to be working here early.
Magic trail by 3. A huge part of the Milwaukee Bucks 2021 championship run. Chris Middleton.
Yeah, he averaged 24 points a game during those playoffs, B.A. And his injury the following year was a big reason the Bucks didn't repeat. Middleton, at his all-star peak, was something special.
Now here's Middleton. He's got 13. McCollum finds Middleton. George, a screen on Banchero. And here's George. The three-pointer off the mark. Banchero with it. Now Sarr defending.
2 minutes.
Here's Bane. That's good. And it's Banchero with the assist. Bane's got 5 points.
Welcoming the contact. Bane's built like a tree trunk out there.
Middleton passes to McCollum. Orlando with the rebound. Carter's got 4 rebounds now. Here's Banchero. And Orlando tacks on 2 more.
I mean, it's incredible. Banchero can be so dominant. A young player with such a promising future.
They set the screen. Pass to Middleton. Over Banchero. And that one's good. Middleton. 15 points in the game.
He's been a steady presence for them. Nice to have that kind of safety net at the offensive end.
And so now a timeout called by Jamal Mosley. We might see him looking to make some tweaks to the strategy. One guy who's been getting it done is Chris Middleton.
They're going to have to regroup here and figure out a way to stop him because he is dominating them.
Washington will go for a different look here. Bagley's checked in for Sarr. Kispert comes in for Chris Middleton. Johnson, he's checked in for Coulibaly. And it's Carrington in for McCollum. Then for Orlando, Bataze's checked in for Carter. De Silva comes in for Wagner. And Black subbed in for Suggs. There's a minute 12 left in the third. There's a screen. Now here's Black. Not a lot of room. Clock at 6. Here's Banchero. And that one comes up a bit short.
Well, he's certainly more than capable of hitting that shot, but somehow, even with no defense, he came away empty.
Bagley, no good. And so it's Banchero who brings it up for the Orlando Magic. Banchero down the lane. Pass to Bane. The three is up. Nails it from 3. Bane's got 8 points.
They keep capturing the lead, then giving it back. We'll see if they can hold on to it this time.
Yeah, it's been a close matchup, which we expected, and this could very well come down to some big shots at the end.
Beyond the arc. That one no good. We're at the end of the third quarter, and we've still got a close one. Orlando ahead. They're up by 2. And we'll have the start of the fourth quarter for you as soon as we get back from this short break. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
And he definitely deserves the award. Reading the defense like a point guard.
And it's such an advantage to have a big man who can facilitate at a high level like that.
And it's been a very competitive game so far as we get rolling here in quarter number 4. Fourth quarter on the court for the Magic. They've got Wagner, Anthony Black out there with Suggs. Then it's Goga Bitadze, and it's De Silva in at the 4-man position.
He created the opening, he got the angle. Unfortunately, that miss is just on him.
Black, no good. Washington trailing. It's Carrington on the wing. Pass to McCollum. Outside Johnson. And there's a pick. To the inside. Bagley. Oh, the big finish by Bagley.
I just love the aggressive finish.
Now, I'm thinking he's sending a strong message with that jam. Now here's Black, covered by Carrington. Bitadze finds Suggs. The floater, Wagner for 3. Hits the three-pointer.
Their defense has to do a better job of smothering those shooters.
Wizards trail by 3. Bagley passes to Kispert. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. Kispert's got himself on the board with a 3 there. About a minute and a half into the fourth now. Now here's Suggs. Wagner outside. Back to Suggs. There's a screen from downtown. Kispert grabs a miss. The Wizards have gone 2 of 3 to open the fourth quarter. Pass to Carrington. Bagley against Bitadze. To take the lead. Just 5 to shoot. That misses. And Suggs has got the ball here for the Magic. Yes! Using that window!
With a tough road ahead, they worked hard to get a good shot.
And timeout is called by Brian Keefe, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. For a different look here. Sars checked in for Bagley. Chris Middleton comes in for Kispert. George, he's checked in for Johnson. And it's Bilal Coulibaly in for Carrington. Then for Orlando, Wendell Carter, he's checked in for Bitadze. Paolo Banchero comes in for De Silva. And it's Bane in for Black. And from the sideline, let's catch up with Allie.
Hey guys, while Brian Keefe was just reviewing the plan with his team, he told them, this is the passion I want us to play with every night. Now my question is, how are we going to finish? Are we going to be passive, or are we going to take what's ours? Guys, back to you.
And Allie, thanks.
The clutch shots seem to be more and more frequent for Middleton. You can see why they have so much confidence in him.
Now here's Bane. Fourth quarter keeps moving along. 3 minutes gone by now. Carter. Oh, he can't get the layup.
Aggressive mindset, but the defender just as determined to send him away empty-handed.
Oh, the slam off a fantastic lead pass. What a play.
Ooh, important points from Sarr. And just great recognition of the moment. Don't see that in a lot of young players. Wow.
Bang! George is there for the rebound.
And the defense gets bailed out by the miss. He usually converts that.
McCollum on the take. Oh, no good on the layup.
That's an awesome defensive effort. A great contest right at the rim.
No holding back from Banchero. He wants this team to be able to rely on him in these type of moments.
Now here's McCollum. Bucket! Straight in!
Well, McCollum is a proven scorer, but he's even more dangerous in big moments.
For Orlando, they've gotten 3 of 7 attempts in this fourth quarter to fall. Outside Bane. Fires the 3. Oh, no good!
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Now McCollum. Here's Middleton. Shot clock at 5. Oh, money!
Wow, that takes steady nerves right there.
Completely unfazed by what's at stake. That's just clutch.
Personal foul. First team foul. At the line for one. Middleton.
And there's the cherry on top. Excellent trip up the floor to build out this lead.
And we've got a timeout from Jamal Mosley. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. Outside Banchero. There's 38 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
I love going to Carter Jr. there. With his size, Wendell is a great bet to get a solid look in a big spot.
Now here's McCollum. The ball's knocked loose and stolen by Suggs.
And this is so critical. They now have to score every trip up the floor.
Well, they're in a tough spot now. They need points and stops.
Payne. Oh, the shot is off.
Practically a block. Good, strong challenge.
He didn't quite get a hand on it, but he did enough to affect the miss.
At the line for two.
And he cannot get the first one to drop. Tough one to miss. That's good. Going 1 of 2 from the line. And that gives him a 4-point cushion. Now a timeout called by Orlando. There's 10 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter. Any speculation on what we're going to see coming out of this timeout?
No doubt. They've got to get a quick bucket here.
You have to be smart here. If they're successful, the foul has got to happen quickly.
Outside Banchero. From deep. Oh, it's off target. And so it's Washington who scrapes by with the win. Boy, a hard-fought game. They did a great job of holding on to the lead at the end.
Yeah, get the coffee, because that's the way to close. You're going to face some obstacles in the game, but they overcame every one.
And that about wraps it up. With Tim Legler, Allie LaForce, and Grant Hill, this is Brian Anderson. As always, we appreciate you tuning in tonight. And let's leave you with our player of the game, Chris Middleton.